Michael Jordan's rise as an individual superstar was undeniable from early on in his career. We're talking about a guy who was selected to the All-Star game in each of his first 3 seasons and won his first scoring title in his 3rd year, averaging 37 points per game. But while things were going well for him, his team, the Chicago Bulls, they just hadn't yet cracked the code for team success. One of the biggest reasons for that was the strength of the Eastern Conference during those years, particularly the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons were a powerhouse in the late 1980s and early 90s, and they had one of the most effective ways to slow Jordan down, the infamous Jordan rules. These rules involved double teams and sometimes dirty plays, but it worked. For several years, the Pistons prevented the Bulls from advancing in the playoffs.
You shall not pass!
In 1988, the Pistons crushed the Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals, beating them 4-1. It was a one-sided series, and the Bulls were sent home early, still searching for answers. The following year, 1989, saw the rivalry between the Bulls and Pistons really explode. This time, the series went longer, but the Pistons still came out on top, winning 4-2. That year, the Pistons went on to win their first NBA championship, further cementing their dominance. The 1990 playoffs brought another hard-fought battle between these two teams. The Bulls pushed the Pistons to a full 7-game series, but in the end, Detroit edged Chicago 4-3. The Pistons also secured their 2nd straight NBA championship that year, completing their back-to-back titles. Though the Bulls lost, the series showed a clear progression, from 4-1 in 1988 to 4-2 in 1989, and now 4-3 in 1990. The Bulls were closing the gap, growing stronger and more confident each year. During the offseason, Jordan worked with his trainer, Tim Grover, to add 15 pounds of muscle so that he could handle the Pistons' physical play. Coach Phil Jackson also introduced the triangle offense to the Bulls around this time. The offense wasn't just about isolation plays for Jordan anymore, but about spacing, movement, and teamwork. By the 1990-91 season, the Bulls had not only improved their game, but had also upgraded their supporting cast. Players like Scottie Pippen blossomed into a star, while the others just provided the defense, rebounding, and toughness the Bulls needed. The team's hard work paid off when they finally met the Pistons again in the 1991 Eastern Conference Finals. This time, the Bulls were ready and swept Detroit in the series. Now, the Pistons weren't trying to show any sportsmanship after the loss.
I think the greeting is for the Pistons as they are headed off as time runs down. Pistons wasting no time in getting out of here. Now a timeout was called. They left the bench, although there's 7 and 9, 10 seconds remaining. The Pistons just left.
That's right, the Pistons walked off without even bothering to shake hands.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Here's what Michael Jordan had to say after the series win.
All right, Michael, for the last 3 years it has been Detroit that has gone on. Let me be the first to hand you this. And also, it had to be a bit of sweet revenge winning here.
Well, I think you have to give the credit to Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, my supporting cast. These guys played extremely well. I think for the city of Chicago and for the organization, this is a big step for us. And, we can only go and move up. Right now, we're looking forward to the finals and trying to do our best.
They defeat the Pistons here at the Palace, 115-94. Michael Jordan moves on to the NBA championship round for the first time.
Finally, with the Pistons out of the way, the Bulls advanced to the NBA Finals to face the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that had dominated the 1980s. Although many had the Bulls as the favorites, very few people thought it was going to be a cakewalk. In fact, Game 1 of the Finals was a tough battle. It ended with Michael Jordan attempting a game-tying shot.
9 seconds remaining. Pippen will throw it in. Jordan is down in the paint, being guarded by Worthy. Pippen must get it in, he does. And here is Jordan. 3 seconds remaining, and let's see what the call is.
Jordan got a real good look. That ball is halfway in and back out, and you could see the disappointment in Jordan's face after the ball was rebounded by the Lakers. He knows that he had it right there. He got as good a look as you're going to get in the ending of a game. The thing was in and back out again.
Unfortunately, Jordan ended up missing his first big shot in his first ever NBA Finals, but that moment was just part of the process. If anything, it built the foundation for the cold-blooded clutch performances he delivered later. Game 2 was where the Bulls showed that they weren't going to go out without a fight. Michael Jordan put on an incredible performance, scoring 33 points on an extremely efficient 83% from the field. It was a clinic on offense, and he did one of the most memorable plays of his career that game.
The look away to Livingston. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan.
He was special.
I'm sure you recognize that up and under, and it helped swing things in the Bulls' direction as they won Game 2 and tied the series up. Game 3 went to overtime where the Bulls dominated the extra period, outscoring the Lakers 12-4, and secured a crucial road victory. This win shifted the momentum in Chicago's favor. Unfortunately, at the end of Game 3, Jordan suffered an injury to his big toe. It was a painful setback, but Jordan's toughness shone through. There was even a play where he dunked on somebody, but had to land on one leg because the pain was just too much.
Jordan.
Despite this, the Bulls were able to win Game 4, so that made Game 5 the clincher. Jordan poured in 30 points, grabbed 6 assists, and added 6 rebounds, showing his all-around game and leadership. The Bulls played with great energy and focus, controlling the game and eventually winning 108-101. When the final buzzer sounded, Chicago had finally claimed their first NBA championship.
And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship. The celebration has begun in the Chicago locker room, and they are celebrating in Chicago as the Bulls take the Lakers in 5.
If you're still here, thanks for sticking around until the end. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the content we've got coming your way. I hope you enjoyed watching Michael Jordan's road to his first championship, along with my take on it. But what do you think? How different would the NBA be if Jordan never got past Detroit? Tell me in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.